slowly but surely they are making their way up the table, aren't they? Juventus with a 2-0 victory over Roma today, lifting them up to third. As it stands, just 5 points off Inter at the top of the table. Let's welcome in, shall we, Stuart Robson and Ali Moreno to the show. Robert, how would you sum up this win against Roma?
Well, I wouldn't say it was inspiring from Juventus. They didn't start the game particularly well. Roma had the first 15 minutes, I would say, where they were on top. They had lots of possession. And then one man called Ronaldo gets the ball, one touch, second touch hits the back of the net, and that got them in the lead. But I could never say they were in complete control. Although Roma had lots of possession, they didn't create chances. I thought Chiellini was magnificent at the back. Bonucci played his part as well. Szczesny also looked confident when balls were played into the box. But you can't actually say that they dominated the game. They looked as though they were going to score lots of goals. They looked as though they were going to play high up the field and stop Roma getting lots of possession. So it's another win, a bit like Inter last night. Another win, another 3 points, but it doesn't inspire you to say they're going to win the title.
Ali, we've seen it over the years. Ronaldo has this habit of making things look so easy, but you know it isn't really at that level. How good was that finish?
Well, it was outstanding. It was devastating. We use the term devastating to describe Ronaldo and his finishing over the last few years and how good he has become inside or in and around the 18-yard box. Well, that's what it was. Because I imagine that Roma goes into halftime, into the locker room, and thinks to themselves, how are we losing this game? How in the world, somehow, are we losing this game? For the first 10 minutes in this match, Juventus didn't even touch the ball. It was all Roma. Just touching the ball, just passing it, just moving, all sorts of possession. Veretout joining in the attack. And you're thinking, okay, well, it's only a matter of time before Roma actually finishes a play, creates an opportunity, and they go up in this game. Well, the difference between Roma and Juventus is the fact that Juventus has Cristiano Ronaldo and Roma does not. And in a sequence of play that started with a turnover from Spinazzoli trying to switch the ball over to the right-hand side, and then Alexandro gets on the ball, somehow he's allowed to kind of spin in and around the 18-yard box. It gets it to Ronaldo, and here comes the finish. Not the best first touch, but then the second touch and how quick it was, the decision-making process. I'm going to take a touch here, and then I'm going to hit it with my left foot. Doesn't have to be the cleanest hit, but it's going to be the most accurate it can be. And then it's 1-0, and from then on, it just felt like Juventus just allowed Roma to have the ball. Yeah, we know that you're not going to create much. We're going to probably maybe create 1 or 2 chances ourselves in a counter. And the one sequence of play that they had in the second half ends up in an own goal. 2-0, Juventus wins it. Not convincing, not something that you go, wow, Juventus was fantastic. None of that. But it is effective, it is efficient, and they continue to go up in the table.
Ali, that's 300 goals for Cristiano Ronaldo now for club and country since he turned 30. That's extraordinary.
Yes, it is. And we go back to the conversation we had last night in understanding who you are as a player and as you get older, what you become and how do you make yourself better? How do you evolve? How do you reinvent yourself? And it is what Ronaldo has done and continues to do. The understanding as to where he's going to be dangerous and where he's going to be effective for Juventus. While Roma had all of the possession in that first half, every time that Ronaldo touched the ball, it was dangerous. The first time that it was a significant touch was the goal. The second time that was a significant touch, he actually gets in behind. Morata plays the ball behind him, but somehow Ronaldo gets a good first touch and with his left foot, hits it off of the defender onto the crossbar. The third time he touches the ball, he got in behind, hits it on the half volley. Goalkeeper has to make a save. That's being impactful. That's making a difference. That's being efficient. But in order to do that, your positioning on the field and your reading of the game has to be there. And Ronaldo has that and more. He has been outstanding for Juventus.
Juventus are going to win the league, aren't they, Robbo?
I think it's going that way because I wasn't impressed with Inter last night. I think they're further away from what Antonio Conte wants from his team than they were maybe even 12 months ago. There was no fluidity in their performance. Milan are overperforming, are overachieving because they've got some good players but not great players. I think they have to struggle through games at times. I think they're going to lose games from now to the end of the season. And it's Juventus with the squad they've got, with Pirlo getting better and better, with Ronaldo scoring goals out of nothing, as Ali's just said, when really Roma were on top in the game. It looks to me as though Juventus are going to climb that table and win Serie A.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.